Hello everyone, it's Mika. I have been trying to record this video for like 8 times already, and I don't know, sometimes then I'm thinking maybe making videos is not for me, or maybe I'm trying to make it a little bit too perfect, or sometimes I can't come up with a word in English because my native language is actually Dutch, and then I'm like, you know, screw it, just, delete it and start all over again. And, oh boy. The idea I had was to make a video and use a different background, this one with little tiger on top, and, talk about divination, 2 decks that I've gotten last week, which I can still do, but it's just, now I start to doubt myself, like, am I really, am I really the right type of personality to make videos? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Lots of self-doubt creeping in, and I don't know. I mean, does anyone else have that, that you want to make videos and you have lots of ideas in your head? I mean, like, you could write pages and pages of ideas of, decks, spreads. Oh, my screen froze. Oh dear. I'm doing this on my laptop, by the way, not with an extra camera, just with a laptop camera. So, I mean, it's just, maybe I'm just being a little bit too hard on myself. Because, I want everything to be perfect. I rearranged the books because I wanted to have the tarot ones at the top and then the rest lower, and so I rearranged everything. And you can't even see my candle. I have a candle up there, but you can't see it. But yeah, well, one of the things that reminds me of is I'm also working in a book at the moment. It's a Dutch book, but it's a book about, learning to love yourself. Hold on, I'm gonna grab the book. It still has learning to love yourself. It's loosely translated to learning to love yourself. I'm at, I'm still pretty much at the beginning, because first it's about, you deserve to be happy. But first, you need to kind of believe that you deserve to be happy. And sometimes, depending on the past experiences, sometimes it's like, sometimes you doubt a little bit. And then at the moment, I'm at the chapter of how, how is it like if you don't love yourself? And there are quite a few, how should I say this? And there are quite a few behaviors and thoughts that for me are like, there's some truth to that. I mean, in contact with others, that you don't do what's best for you, that you actually make yourself sick because you stress too much and you worry too much, for example. Perfectionism. Yes, so I do know that. Wanting to have control over everything. Yes. And also being very strict to yourself in your mind. It has to be this way and it has to be this way. You need to sit like this, and for videos, for example. I mean, oh boy. So I'm working through that book, and it's actually very interesting to, you know, see those little alarm bells going off in my head, literally and on paper, because I'm just, I'm taking a few notes, and it's actually really interesting, to see, like, oh, wait a minute, I recognize this about myself. So yeah, this was actually not the subject that I wanted my video to be about, but I actually wanted to show you two decks that I've gotten, but one is the Nature's Whispers. Oh, the lighting is a bit, it's almost 10 p.m. here, so the lighting is a bit, and anyway, this deck really spoke to me. I've seen it on several YouTube channels. Excuse me, there is a frog. And I really adore this art. I really adore this art. I've been looking up more of Josephine Wall. And I mean, just look at the backs. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Oh, the screen goes, oh, straight, straight. Okay. Do you see it? All those butterflies and those colors and oh my god. And this, of course, is a, how do I put the lights thing correctly? It's the first time I'm showing a card like this, so I have to. So this for example is a, it's very detailed but sedate in colors, if I should say so, because for example this one, you see all those beautiful colors and those tiny details, and you know, it's like, wow, this art is just amazing. And that is what, you know, and also the fact, you know, nature and the art is what is something that drove me to buying this deck. Amplify your positive emotions. I mean, you see this little kid, and you just, for me, I, it's like I can go into that picture and be like the kid and stomp my feet and let the water just, you know, wee, fly all around, and it's just lovely. Ah. So yeah, I really adore this. Oh my goodness, look at this. The colors might not be true because I'm using, this is yellow light, so celebrate differences. So this is, you know, one of the decks that I got and arrived last week. The smell of a new deck. I can't help but, you know, I can't help but sniff a deck or a book, even if it's an old book. I mean, you know, the scent of books and cards, and it tells a story, right? Anyway, so, oh, excuse me, I ate late, so my stomach is not very happy with me at the moment, and even my cat is like, what is going on? Another deck that spoke to me, I'm going to try and open it without wiggling my laptop because this is a very weird position to have my laptop in at the moment, is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Nope, this way. Yep, there we go. Nope, straight. That's that way. But this deck spoke to me because I can see the everyday life in there, and I felt like it was something that I needed. You know, that I could see myself more in the pictures, because some decks, as beautiful as they are, I do have some troubles, you know, relating it to the modern day. So this deck was like, you know, and then it's, these are the backings. These are large cards. I do have a little bit of trouble shuffling them, to be honest. And this one, for example, so you can actually see how a situation like the Two of Coins can, you know, can relate to in real life. And I also like the art style. I really like the art style. I'm not going to show 100 cards, And my cat suddenly decides to climb under the closet. Yes, he does. And look at this tower. The emotion in there, they do have quite some borders. I may be tempted to trim them, but I have never trimmed a deck. The only thing that I have done as deck modification is just do some extra backing when the cards are really flimsy. Wow, there's really an art to showing the card. I didn't know that. I thought it was just, whip up the card and show it, but apparently it isn't. Ah, the Eight of Blades. She feels trapped. It's like, oh my god, let me out, let it end. Anyway, so these are two decks that that I have gotten. I don't really buy a lot of decks, and now I'm doubting myself because I've tried to record this a couple of times, and now I'm starting to think, did I say this already? Am I repeating myself? So, oh yes, and now the cat starts scratching. Of course he does. Of course he does. My cat always wants to be present in videos, and okay, this means because he's not going to stop, he's going to, do all kinds of stuff to get attention. So anyway, this is a little bit of a different video. I'll still have to work out some of the kinks, but this is the first one of the kind of face video that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna have to practice a bit more, and which means more videos coming. But I do like the fact that that I want to combine my channel with all sorts of subjects, not just art, not just only card slinging. I mean, I've started reading books again, and I'm also very, I also would like to, the things that I've learned from books, I would like to share that. And I also want to start up my life binder again. I've started that like 3 years ago, my life binder. Then it kind of got, a little bit of a corner to be forgotten, and I picked it up again. When was it? Last weekend. I picked it up again and I looked through it, but it's 3 years of difference, so I kind of need to review everything and look at it from a different perspective, because in every area of your life usually changes a bit after a few years, so maybe I can make some videos about that too. Yeah, maybe. So I hope I haven't rambled on too long, and if you have made it till now, till the end, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.